There we go. Now can we hear? Ouroboros, sorry, we've just realised we didn't have any volume going. Can you hear us now? I think that should be it. So we've just been talking a load of shit, and everyone's just seen this. Yeah.
We just went through all it. You know what? To be fair enough, we went through Seamus again. We'd sound like we're spot on though.
Yeah, we could actually sound like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, so they go.
So let's just remind ourselves. So far, we've said that Shawnee and Emma are playing on table 1. They're playing Supply Wagons. Shawnee's playing Gremlins. Awesome, thank you, Ouroboros. I didn't realise it was not working. Shawnee's dressed as a unicorn, and she's got a little unicorn poo. So she's playing the Nightmare Crew, which you get from with.
And it looks awesome.
It looks awesome.
Fluffy.
She's even in a unicorn onesie, and I think that's
commitment.
That is commitment to the cause. We've got Emma as well, who's playing Sandeep. They're playing Supply Wagons. So what we can see at the moment, we'll just go back to this for a minute. We'll come back to Seamus when we now actually sound like we know what we're talking about. So it is a fight down at the bottom end of this board. Where hi Dave.
Look how high that Supply Wagon is.
Yeah, that Supply Wagon's already. That one's there. That's not going back, is it? That's not going back at all. But the other one's already over the other side as well. So they're both going to be scoring Supply Wagons. It's now whether they get their acts together and sort of try and counter that, or are they just going to go, right, we're going to score these ones, let's go for the schemes.
I think that's generally what it is with Supply Wagon.
Yeah, if it's over there, I usually just ignore it. Unless I was playing Dave, in which case I do apologise if that was the tournament where I moved your marker back over the line in Supply Wagons every time.
People's always trying to figure out how to break it. Whether they use, my brother used to like using fingers.
Yeah.
Bringing no interaction.
Yeah. So we're going to go back and actually talk now about Seamus. We're going to sound like we know what we're talking about now because I didn't realise the sound wasn't on.
I take back everything about your professionalism now, being the Ross Geller of the Malifaux community.
No one heard that.
No.
We've done the first 50 minutes with no volume. I will have to go and dub over this before I put it on YouTube or something like that. Just for or just put up a notice. Just ignore the first 50 minutes. It's all crap. We didn't talk. So just for anyone that doesn't know, this is Wes. He was very playing today, but he's a spare man. He's just dropping out. He's just going to have a chat with us throughout the day. We've given out raffle tickets for the prizes, and I'll just show you again. There is all the lovely prizes for today's raffle. We've got 2 large mystery boxes, we've got 7 little mystery boxes, we've got some stuff from Nationals, which is the deck and the tokens. We've got 1 of each of the Vintage Masters, although I have already revealed to quite a lot of people that in one of the 3 little mystery boxes that I brought, because they're in my ones from home that I haven't used, there is a Vintage Summer in there as well. So, lots of opportunities. We've also got the free pass tokens that we've been giving out in the raffle so that people can actually start getting ready for M3E with some cool tokens to start them off. And let's go back to talking about. Let's actually talk about Seamus now. So we haven't seen this before. This is amazing. I don't know what to talk about.
He's dropped in health.
Oh, he's dropped in health. By two. That's convenient, isn't it? But that sounds about right now. I don't know if it's just, it's just how they've balanced the game a bit more. It's his health down. He's got a higher walk. Did you notice that last?
I didn't recognise that. Can I point that out? Yeah, I did.
But yeah, no. So terrifying. We think it's still. We don't know because no one heard us, so we can't be corrected. Terrifying looks like it is. It just fails the action now, so it's like the old manipulative ability, effectively.
Didn't he have hard to wound as well, the old one?
I think he had impossible to wound, actually.
That's right, impossible to wound.
Yeah, so that's gone. He's got hard to kill still, which is awesome. And what we love is swagger. And there's so much you can do with swagger.
It's all about swagger.
It's all about swagger. He gains focus. But we've been looking at lying in wait as well, and thinking, in actual fact, this is a pretty cool ability. Because lying in wait, instead of having to pass a pass token or actually activate a model, you can just become staggered, which is -2 move, and then not activate. But the brilliant thing is, if he's staggered and we go down to his abilities, there's the potential for other things. So he's got, there you go. So wait for it. His bonus free action, wait for it. Until the end phase, the attack actions of other friendly models within range with staggered receive +1 to their duels, and it's an aura, so it's going to include. Though it says other friendly models, I think it's got to include him because it's an aura and not a pulse. So, or it could not include him, but
So you got 13-inch bubble potentially, and on a 3-foot board, that is huge.
yeah, that is. I'm dominating this middle part of the board. And I'm just going to sit here, and any models of mine that are within this aura, even partially within this aura, are going to get +1 to its duels. That, like, if you just one down it, then means it's a straight card off, and you're down for the luck. You're not having this. I can play this 13, but because he's got 2, all he's got to do is play a 12, and it's cancelled or whatever. So it gives that a lot more control. Secret Passage is awesome now. It's so much better than Back Alley, just because you can be seen.
So if I don't look interested right now, it's because I've just heard this.
we have literally just been discussing this.
It was really hard on some boards to actually get. We were discussing how you needed models to block line of sight, how you get your first leap away, but a good player would keep a minion model an eye on him.
Just chasing him around the board, just to stop him doing all that Back Alley stuff. And you know what? I did it as well. I'm not going to lie, I did it because I didn't want him just teleporting around the board and messing up my game.
I mean, it's all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
You teleport, focus, shoot.
Yeah.
So when you used to teleport, a good player would you'd go henchman hunting or enforcers because you want a high soulstone model.
Just want to make it count.
The henchman would always go, right, before you shoot, I'm going to soulstone, put you on hard to wound.
Yeah.
Once you put you on hard to wound, you couldn't cheat the damage flips to try and get this 8 damage monster. But now the gun ignores hard to wound. So going with this henchman, trying to think you're going to get out of jail free card.
Yeah, it's a lot more viable, isn't it? And
It still shoots 6, which is, I mean, teacher shoot 7 would be broken.
Yeah, like shoot 6. Most things are defense 5 and 6 now, so it's going to be a fair shout. So
What's the highest? So you don't really get defense 7.
you get the odd bit here and there, but it's not as like affluent as things we see now. Because with like Arcanist, you can put the arcane protection and make things defense 7. Things are defense 6. You just make them defense 7 because it gives them +1 for 2 soul stones. It's like Amina Nadu from Arcanist, who's the one with a little clipboard. She could be defense and willpower 7. So it was 11 points. Don't get me wrong, it's 11 points, but she never died in any game I've ever played her.
So with Seamus, so let's get this right. You could not activate, do a 3-inch walk, and then get focused. Then you could teleport as long as and be seen.
No. So staggered is just you get the condition, you pass, and then you get to do your activation later.
Yeah, but if he this one, so if it resolves a walk action, so could it?
So staggered just means -2 to your movement. So it's just a condition like snaring someone. Okay. So effectively go, right, I've only got a Seamus left to activate, I don't want to activate him yet because I want someone closer. So what he's going to do is he's going to go, I'm going to lie in wait, and he gains a staggered token. Your opponent then activates, then you come back to Seamus, and Seamus says,
it's -2 stats.
yeah, -2 starts then. And then you'd go, alright, now I have to activate him. I'm going to walk and get a free focus, and then you've got 2 AP.
Teleport and shoot.
Yeah, teleport and shoot. You still do it. Like Parker Barrows is a monster now for AP efficiency. So he's got the ability called Run and Gun, where you can charge. Instead of having to do a melee action, you can do a shoot action.
Oh, so it's more systematic running in.
Yeah. So it's a lot more thematic and a lot more like.
Nice.
So yeah.
Such lovely models in that box.
It is. It's one of the only crews I've actually fully painted, and I really enjoyed every step of painting it. Should we have a look at Sybil? The undead whore. So terrifying, still hard to wound.
A lot of health there, isn't there?
Yeah.
11 wounds.
More tanky.
She was like she was a Swiss Army knife. She was never great at anything, but she could do everything.
Yeah.
Before anyway.
Again, lying in wait as well, so she can make herself stagger, then she's got +1 to the jewels, which means she's going to be effectively melee 7.
Horrifying presence. I mean, the models within 6 fail willpower.
By the terrifying ability of a friendly model, the enemy model suffers 1 damage. So fail that willpower jewel, you're not only just losing the action, you're also suffering a damage as well. Barbed wire, so barbed whip, Scudder guard.
That's what I mean, like a reasonable attack, a reasonable shit with blasters.
Yeah. Challenge. 2 free actions. Start another friend, engage friendly model. Target space. So she can pull models out of combat. So engagement and then changing engagement has massively modified as well. So you can always disengage now, but it's a special type of action. And basically, the opponent still gets to swing at you, but they don't hold you in place if they win. They would do a flip, and if it's weak, it's 2, 4, or 6, and that's how many inches you lose off your move.
I see. So if you're like movement 6, and you manage to get a severe,
you move nowhere.
I move nowhere. But if I get a low damage, like 2 inches, so I get 4 inches away.
But the interesting thing, if you disengage, you cannot take interact actions.
This is going to completely get the meta and throw it right up.
And that's what it needs to do. Because we all know, top tier gremlins, Zip. Top tier Arcanist, Sandy. Yeah, you don't see Sandy play. You might see a bit of Keris because people love to have a laugh, or an Ironsides, but usually Guild, Nelly, all day, Nelly all day. Rezzers, Nico used to be the meta. I think it's more Kirai. Although at the moment in these 2 days, I'm seeing a lot of Reaver. I think that's just because no one's seen her, and the alt Reaver's out, and everyone wants to play with a pretty fucking cool model. Neverborn, you take him Lilith. Pretty much every game. Like Lilith can do everything. Like I'm a big fan of Claudie, but Lilith is there. And Lilith is the one.
I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable now because one of my victims from the South Coast GT, not South Coast, sorry, that was a Warhammer shout out. UK. From the UK GT.
Yeah, English GT.
Yeah, I went with Vix, my nasty crew. Was over in turn 2. Bad game.
In all fairness, a Vix game is always over by turn 2 because either the Vix are dead or the Vix have killed everything.
That's really why I play them. I want to chill out.
Yeah. You want to play a half-hour game and not play for the full 2 hours.
This game was particularly. You know when you have these games where you can't lose, you flip and you just hit everything.
Yeah, you just have that.
And you don't even bother stoning for the mask. You just know it's going to come up.
That's where you've rigged your deck, mate. That's not luck. That's cheating.
That's every game I play against Carl. I'm on the receiving end.
Yeah. Malifaux players, there is 1 hour remaining. There is 1 hour remaining. But just imagine, with the staggered, if Seamus goes first, then she goes. She's actually not melee stat 6 with a built-in ram, which is built-in crit strike. Still pretty awesome. She's stat 7 if she's taken that staggered condition. So stat 6. So staggered is -2 move. Go come and pull up a chair. We're actually streaming it. So come pull up a chair. And we've got more people. Yay! We've also got a little stream. So M3E.
Yeah.
We're talking about Seamus particularly because we just like the idea of it. There's some other cool little tricks we found out already as well. But staggered is -2 move. This is a blanket -2 move. And for Seamus in particular, instead of having to do like a pass token or anything like that, he just goes, oh, it's my turn to activate. I'm going to stagger Seamus, I'm going to stagger Sybil, or stagger another one of his models. I'm assuming they've all got it. We haven't got that far yet. But and what that means is they get -2 move, but Seamus has an ability. We'll just clock back up to Seamus quickly instead of Sybil, where his bonus action, the 0, the little lightning one now, is until the end phase, the attack actions of other friendly models within range with staggered receive +1 to their choice. Which, doesn't sound like a lot, but when you've got a Sybil with a base 6, it becomes base 7, it's insane.
So you wanted a hit, she's hit.
She's hit, and she's got crit strike built in. So it's not even 2-2-3, it's 3-3-4.
Yeah.
And the interesting, crit strike's got limits now, so you can't stone, have a built-in, and that, and do lots of extra damage like you could with like Sue or Lady J. It's capped to +2. Lots of things are capped to +2.
I think this is half the problem is when you don't bother looking at the rules and you go straight to these cards, which I do.
Of course you do.
You're always looking at the cards and comparing them to this edition.
Yes.
And to this, more importantly, this meta.
Yeah.
because we know how powerful. You look at Sheamus, he's dropped 2 wounds. But in the other system and all the other cards, he's still right up there.
What's interesting is everything is viable. Like, I'm literally looking through this and going, there's not something that I haven't seen that I don't like at the moment. Like, there's nothing that goes, that's fine, that's a bit shit. That's it. So like, holy fucking crap, I want to play that. Oh, I want to play that.
I mean, come to think about it now, when you're looking at Sheamus, he's defense 4, and he hasn't got hard to kill, impossible to kill, or hard to wound.
No.
Like
But
he goes down pretty easy.
But his heel is still pretty powerful. And he's going to get out there.
I think he's going to require a bit more finesse.
And that's a good thing. All day it's a good thing.
You don't want a guy that I'm just going to throw, he's going to erase whatever it is.
Just get 2 beat sticks, drum up like 20 inches.
Can only do 1 or 2 damage to him. So, you don't want that.
No, you don't at all. You want something that actually requires you to have a bit of thinking. Oh well, you game. Right, so just going back and having a quick look at this game. I'm assuming the Wagons moved back a bit. I can see Shawnee's still on the line. I'm assuming they're just about to score some points as Emma's on her phone. Emma, do I need to confiscate your phone? Alright. Fucking hell. So who scored what then? Come on then, give us an update. Give us an update then. What did you score your 3 on? Yeah. Okay, so recover evidence. So that's the green, that's the yellow markers. I'm assuming, is it on the screen? Yep. Okay. So we've got recover evidence. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No. No. It's against. It's defense. It's against the defense stat. You don't get. So this is where Zip is a twat, and only knobheads play Zip.
Shout out to Lucas.
Yeah, shout out to Lucas, my main man. That's fine, Lucas. We love you. Stop playing Zip. In all fairness, he's a lot better player than now. Yeah. All right. I'm going to play Brewmaster. Zip comes out separate. No, unfortunately, defensive only works on the defensive hits, so it doesn't work on willpower or height in this edition. Next edition, it will. Don't worry.
Yeah, Zip's ignoring everything.
Yeah, Zip's just a prick.
Just picks up Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just goes bang bang.
Cool. You can't even discard the cards because it's not a defense trigger. Like Zip is a meta breaker, and
how often would you say you have a defensive trigger against height?
No, you wouldn't. So we're just putting up the scores. So Emma has scored 3 points. She scored 1 from recover evidence. She scored 1 from supply wagons, and 1 from guarded treasure. So all of her strats are declared now. And Shawnee has scored 1 for hold up their forces. So she is going there. It looks like though. I thought by the look of that screen though, her mark is over the line, but it must not be. It must just be that little bit short. Because look what that one is. So that one's clearly over, but like, is it there? I would have said that was.
Well, we all know an inch makes all the difference.
You missed that, I'm sure.
I know.
But welcome to the line.
Yeah.
So let's just go back and get back into this. So we've got that going. We'll leave them playing. If anyone wants to know any updates, just let me know. I'll have the Twitch mobile board up still. But there we go. So let's just get everyone back in shot by moving the camera a little bit. Something that I'm actually really excited about is Colette. Colette is amazing.
Why is Colette? I actually don't know this one.
Do you not? Okay, so I'll bring up a card first. So I'll find the Arcanist ones. Where are they?
How many upgrades does each master get?
None. Well, you can have. I would largely not worry about upgrades. Most of them go on minions now. Most things have 1 upgrade. Oh yeah, there's 53 minutes left. 53. Yes, I did. Thanks, Shawnee. Love you too. Maybe I won't listen to you anymore, huh? I know. So, Sandeep's still a wanker. We all know that. Mages aren't too bad, but in actual fact, for me, what is amazing now, and I'm debating getting the Dark Carnival now because the whole concept of it just makes me want to like get giddy with joy. Alongside Brewmaster, alongside Hoffman. Like Hoffman is one of the first masters I played, and he was awesome because there's just loads of robots everywhere, but he was crap. He's not crap anymore. He's a bit of a potentially a boring play, but what you can do with it is funny. So if we can get down to Colette eventually, it'd be nice. Jackalopes, that's going to be Marcus. There's a few new masters as well. We haven't really looked at them yet, but we could just have a there, Snowstorm. It'd be nice if I like had reference points for all these things, but you know what, who cares? Keep going. There's just someone near the bottom. It's got to be ice camera. Still in the December cruise. But interestingly, like Corfi now break down. They have the demise ability. They break down into mannequins. So a Corfi duet breaks down into two Corfis, and a Corfi breaks down into two mannequins. So that I think that's pretty hilarious.
If say a model in any system breaks down into two models,
Yeah.
does your opponent get a pass token?
Yeah, they're summoned.
So when you summon something, your opponent automatically gets a pass token.
Yes.
Does he get it there and then? Or
Yes, there and then. So, pass token mechanic. Whilst we're finding out the card. So, the pass tokens. The first way to get pass tokens is at the start of each turn, after you flip cards for initiative. I can't remember if it's this way round, but before you start doing an activation, you check the number of models in each person's crew. The person with the least number of models gets pass tokens equal to that. Yeah. Then, now. If the person with a pass token summons a model, they have to discard a pass token because they've now got an activation. If someone summons a model and they haven't got a pass token, they have to give a pass token to their opponent. So it is really shut down. Like we have Hamlin Rat engines, and we all know how much we hate them. We've all played them. You particularly, me particularly as well. And you just go, you know what? I'm just going to summon this rat. It's going to come to a Rat King. It's then going to become something else. You know. It's gonna just.
I think I could get something like 10 activations before I did my things I wanted to.
I could genuinely out-activate an opponent every turn with just using rubbish models, and it wouldn't matter. I'm hoping at some point we're going to get to. That's the line side. That's enforced. That's Langston. I'm sure Langston's still a boss. Yeah. Yay, drugs. Here we go. Colette.
These are
now.
so good, right? That you start seeing unicorns in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Or maybe 5 when you start facing that way. So, Colette's up on screen. So she's a performer still. Now, typically, there's a new action. Disengage. Yeah. So rather than doing the disengage instruction just being a move, it's now a special action. And you reduce your movement, as we've already said previously. But what that usually typically stops you doing is actually taking interact actions later on. She can still do it. And she can interact while engaged. So don't mind me, still the same, but you can also have disengage. And she's got all of them. Every performer seems to have this when I was looking at it last night. I was like, this is fucking sweet. Then, fade away. After this model is targeted by an enemy action, if this model is not buried, it can discard a card and suffer 1 damage, and it buries. Oh fuck, something's going to come and kill me. I'll take a damage and bury.
So you discard a card,
Take a damage and bury.
So a bit like Silence of the Void now.
Yeah.
And that's not a trigger, is it?
No.
That's just built-in base.
Serene Countenance. Enemy attack actions that target this model suffer a negative to the duel. Built in, like Jackdaws. Like Jackdaw and Toroida. Just negatives to hit. Negatives to hit. And it gets worse, but it gets better. So, she can unbury at the start of her activation, and then 3 inches of a friendly model or a friendly skill marker. So, from a situational positioning point of view, amazing sort of positionals. And then when she unburies, every enemy model within 4 gains distracted +1. Now, distracted is like our natural negatives. You know, how, like if you were in cover, you get a negative to shoot. Yeah. Distracted is that condition. Okay.
So 3 berries and then they target her. They're on a
No. Yeah. Built in, double neg.
Or even if they target another model.
Yes, because they're distracted. They
It's
have
actually
this
just put them
single
straight on
neg.
the neg.
Illusionist, anyone else within 6 with distracted that start activation within 6 gain stun. So she could pop out somewhere
Where the action is.
where the action is.
everything distracted and then everything becomes stunned if they have the
Yeah.
action.
So stunned is amazing in such that no triggers, no bonus actions. Oh, well, you've got an assassinate trigger. No, you fucking haven't.
You can pop her up right next to your beat stick.
Yeah.
Beat stick's alive a little longer.
Now, so here, and like her basic melee attack. So she's got a basic melee attack now, which she didn't really have. You had the fancy cane, but it wasn't a lot more. Distracting illusion, 2-inch range, amazing. Cast 7, willpower. Target gains stun and distracted. So you hit a model with it. 1, no bonus actions or triggers for you, and then you're on a negative.
Distract +1.
Yeah.
And that's that. So you've hit a.
Still up to +2, is it?
No.
Can go higher.
Just higher.
So you could jump out, distract something, hit it,
Yeah.
distract it 2+2, it activates to hit them back and it's on a triple neck.
Yeah. Obviously, you're limited to still 4 cards, but you know. Hey Tris. I don't know how George is doing because you need to check out the Scottish Meta stream. They're doing the Masters one. Bert seems to be fairly competent. I don't know. His first round opponent is one of my guys, so he'll be fine.
So, he's copying, mate. He's making an entry to copy.
Chuck him over.
Well, actually, I'm going to target this anyway. Okay,
Back in a minute.
Don't worry.
Rules question. That's horrible, mate. And with it being melee 7, you're not really trying to damage, are you? Yeah. So what's the other one? Scatter card or suffer 3 damage.
But it's built in program.
Oh yeah, so the crow trigger's built in. Right.
Right, so sorry about that. Rules query. So again, like everything there is about distracting things, and you've got presto changer, so you can swap beaters around and all that sort of thing. And it doesn't even have to be it doesn't have to be a friendly model. You can do it to enemy models, so it can be like the Wicked Vines and Yanlo's teleport move. So that's amazing. Again, place target anywhere within X of its current position, where X is equal to the plus, it's equal to 2 inches plus twice the value of the target's distracted condition. So you got distracted 3 from all this popping out, activations, blah blah blah. You're moving that model 8 inches wherever you want it, and it's a place so you can literally just go, yeah, fuck off, you go on the other side of a building.
Yeah.
So it's insane. And again, if you do it against an enemy, draw cards equal to the value of the target's distracted condition, and then destroy it. So you could distract the enemy. They are distracted 5. I'm just going to draw 5 cards, and then I'm going to hit them again.
The red joker, does it still play the same as in you flip it out the deck?
Can't
You
cheat.
can't cheat it. So even if they flip the red joker, you know, they're distracted 3 or 4. The red joker comes out to hit it. Oh, okay, then I'm still going to bury and take 1 damage.
Mate, I fucking love it. Like, but that's what she needs. She's in M2E. I love her. I love her playstyle. I love the.
I hear that she was good at the beginning of them too.
She was very good at the M2 at the beginning, but she's fallen out of favour because she can't get enough damage through to do anything. So you can take her in an all scheme pool. But the moment someone hits her, she flakes and she falls. So she's not.
And there are so many people now with such a long range.
Yeah.
So Yasunori, who just goes, my corner's more to yours, you're
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Can you
So
still only declare 1 trigger at a time?
yes. And I like practice choreography as well because so she can either do a sword trick 3, 5, 7, or she can do practice choreography.
Someone's lost old major over there.
Oh, let's go back and check out the game, because that might be useful, because that's what we should really be looking at. So, maybe, I don't know. I'm more excited about M3E, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So, it looks like Old Major has kicked the bucket. No, that's Gracie. Gracie's down. Old Major's the unicorn.
I'm getting confused with these unicorns.
Hello, Carl.
Yeah.
4-all. First.
Two zeros.
Huh?
So I lost Frank and that. So then I raced up to the tube and at the end of the time I putting them back. Lost the whole time clubbing with Frank.
So 4-4.
Yeah.
Is that the first result?
Yeah.
So small.
Yeah. You right? Don't look it. Go chill out. Go punch a wall or something for half hour. 40 minutes.
Yeah, he did okay. And he did thing around the Amana, or whatever name is, Amana's apples.
Yeah.
To get, what's it called? You know, like hazardous terrain.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise at the end of the turn, so I lost Effigy and Frank, and I let Aaron Frank. They're both in one room, so I lost them. And then I was using Sonya to try and kill Amana instead of pushing Wagon over. And then I went, yeah. It don't matter, it's good. I need a guild crew. It's got penis in the rock.
We don't grow up doing it. Don't grow up.
That's not how it's
Playing with toy soldiers.
Try.
Oh, right. Let's go back. Let's make sure we're all in the picture, having a laugh. There we go. Right, boom.
I want to know what's the performer keyword.
What's got the performer keyword?
Yeah, I want to. We talked about Sheamus, the buffs and that.
Yeah. So he can hire performers. He can't hire performers anymore. So so that's because yeah.
So she's got like a 7-inch radius where she can push models 3 inches out.
Again, look, don't mind me. Again, built in. Size models activation may move as friendly scheme marker within 3 inches. So relocating scheme markers.
Is that baked in?
Yeah. Nimble.
we put 5 in Reed with me, I'll PayPal you it. Marcus just bought some stuff off me, so I'll use that.
Well, Marcus Rose. What, faux stuff? Or?
No.
I was going to say, he better not be coming back to faux.
He will do when it's fair edition.
He fucking won't be coming to any of my events, I guarantee him that. There you go, mate.
Yeah, I'll pay
Yeah, I don't care.
If you don't care, then you can tell me later on or tell me now.
Marcus, so I put up on the Facebook events about we're going to stream it all. Marcus, out of nowhere, started chiming in about like GDPR and all that sort of thing, and that you can't force people and all that sort of thing. I went, that's fine. All I'm going to do is change it so that then, if we want to do this, I want to stream this. I want to have everyone on here. I want to have everyone hyped about it. And he's just started quoting shit. I'm not having people quote shit at me, especially when he's wrong. That's besides the point. And basically, he then went back into his little troll cave because it's like you can't force people. He can contact weird. He can do this. He can contact. I was like, whatever. Fuck off. You're not part of this community anymore. Don't get involved where you need to be.
Lucas was being weird though in the master chat, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
refusing to even have his hands recorded.
Yeah.
He said, we're not zooming into your face, Lucas.
No, and it wasn't even like I didn't have a problem. Like I said, I wanted to stream key games, and as he's a master, it was set. And if he didn't want to, I wasn't going to force him. But we'd already agreed behind the scenes that he was going to do it, and he was happy to do it.
Yeah,
and then,
he's in
yeah. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just get knob jockeys just belting him when they don't need to.
What it is as a person that usually finishes not very high, yeah, but wants to finish higher.
6-4 to you.
Sometimes you want to see the best players and how they do it.
Yeah.
Just listening to a podcast and
Yeah.
working out the mechanics, you need to see it in action. You need to watch how people react to certain situations.
Yeah, and this is why this is so much better. This is why I'm doing this today and I'm doing it yesterday because it means people can go back and watch the stuff. You can see a game. We're talking about M3 as well. We're getting that hype going, and we're having lots of raffles. So let's go back. So off me. So you can either pay cash or PayPal.
No, it's in the free raffle tickets.
Yeah, they put them 2. I gave you 2. I gave everyone 2.
I've got
YouTube are on the table.
They're on the table.
I nicked them.
So 2 players. Us. No. There's 2 and 2.
Here, get your 2 and put them in the Hamden box and give them to me. I tell you what, there's some good swag.
I fucking did. Rich, come here, you bellend. I'll give you 2 different ones. But if you find the other ones, I want the other ones back, you cheating scumbag. So you've got yours, haven't you?
No, you were. No, I don't think either are.
I cut up 26s, so I had to give them out. Right, those 2 there. If you find 2 that are stuck together, can you please return them?
Yes, of course.
Or pay me for them. I don't care which.
I'll pay you in money. You have to give me.
Oh, okay. I was getting slightly happier about that at the moment until you changed that. So let's have a quick look at the game.
Also, I lost my 2.
They're right in fucking front of you. Oh, look, you found them.
I found them. See, this is why you ask him. I asked you to find them for me.
Yeah,
I
totally.
wanted to. Thank you.
That's alright.
So good to me.
I do try. So it looks like the game's getting quite intense there. There's a proper scuff over Emma's marker. I don't know if Shawnee's still got any control of her one over the other side. Not really. It's a fixed camera up there.
So I go up there, I zoom in, and the whole thing falls over.
Yeah. Or you could just get off your ass and go and actually look and tell us what's going on.
Build it up too much.
You built up the stimulus too much there. But yeah, no. So So we've got our first couple of results in. Carl, who was in the Masters yesterday, has got a 4-all draw against his opponent, and Rich, who was also in the Masters, got a 6-4 victory against Stuart. And Stuart was not on table 2, which was a nice change, where he normally is. Stuart yesterday spent all 3 games on table 2, just by default. Not looking good.
It's not looking good
For Shawnee.
Unicorn.
For our poor unicorn Shawnee, the flipping weird, massive. It's not looking good, is it? I don't know what she can do. Like, it's the issue with playing a new crew at a tournament when you've got someone who's been playing their crew for 18 months,
and potentially wants to win the tournament. She's going to go in and try and do it.
Oh yeah, Emma's a very competent player. She did really well at Nationals as well. Like girls in game, go for it, man.
It's a tough game.
Yeah, it always is. I've not played it.
I was talking with Emma last night to have a chat because we had a good social gathering last night. And I kind of get the impression that she's trying to fly the flag, the females. But in this community, we've had former number 1s. I've won it.
Yeah, this is not a. Don't get me wrong, it's a male dominated, but it's no way a male exclusive. And there's so many cool models. Like I've got loads of friends in this community who Spartans don't play, but they paint all the models because they look cool. You know what? Hobby recognised hobby. That's cool. If you don't have to paint your own models, that's winning.
I actually sometimes of a night time, my missus, she go to the table, I should have her phone on and headphones doing her own little thing while I'm on the big telly. And I say to her, do some base coating for me. And she will literally just start doing all the base coats and that.
See, I've tried that, and the look I got, I was going to get murdered.
See, this is what happens when by the way, this is what happens in a marriage for over 10 years. Yeah. It's like you don't want to talk to them, you're just like, here, my models.
So here's the hilarious thing for Nationals. So I decided a week and a half before, maybe 2 weeks, that I was going to play Rezzers. I've not played Rezzers in ages. I won Hippie Pro with them. Shout out to our main man Troy who runs the English GT. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna play him again. I'm gonna have a laugh. I'm gonna go for it and see what happens. 7-1. How are you doing it? Why are you being so cruel to the unicorns? Do you not like unicorns? 7-1. Shawnee. We love Shawnee. Right, change it to a 7. Oh, 7-1. God. Shawnee might be getting the second poo.
Where's his poo marker?
There it is. There's the second one. So here is our last place poo marker for today. It is a bit of a turd.
It looks like someone tried to make a snake and gives up.
Nah, it's a proper turd. It was made for me by Warpart Studios, mate Chris.
I like the skull.
Yeah, there's a skull in the poo, which is amazing. And then there's Shawnee's got the other one from yesterday's event as well. So that's like little piles of dung, which is cool. Yeah, so 7-1. I don't think it's going to end well for Shawnee. She's got to try and claw back some points, but
Well, you know, it's a fluffy crew. First time she's played with it,
yeah,
and
give it a due. 7.5.
that's right.
Hard to send off MTV right. Like, where a unicorn wants to and have a good game.
I think it's the way forward. I think we should start maybe encouraging some type of a unicorn following, maybe.
Well, I might have to branch out with the Flipping Words and see if we can make a sub-team called the Unicorn Sympathisers after seeing Shawnee in a unicorn outfit.
Yeah.
You know, I think it would be a very good cause to recruit for.
Please send £2 a month if you want to sponsor a unicorn.
To my PayPal.
Please PayPal. These majestic creatures are in danger, but we can't seem to catch any at the minute.
And the poor fucking Arcanists are raping the bastards.
Yes.
Poor buggers.
We've now got an offstream of Arcanist unicorns.
Yeah. Like, how can the Arcanists do this to unicorns? Like, they're endangered species. There should be some sort of penalty. Like maybe 7 points.
That's right.
Did you know there's a woman trading unicorn? Oh, black market trade the Alchemist.
God, clearly. I think. But does Sandy really need unicorns, or is it just that because he's so OP, he's making up for other deficiencies elsewhere, and he needs unicorn porn to give him an erection?
Well, I've heard it's because Marcus has defected, so they now need to restart their beast collectors again.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's legit. I'd probably say that.
How are we doing with the timings for this round?
Half an hour left.
Is it half an hour?
Yeah, look, I've got a timer right here.
Well, that was spot on then, wasn't it? Never even seen that.
Last turn at 15 minutes. Last activation at 5.
So did you just come down today? How did you travel?
So why weren't you playing yesterday and today, you lazy prick?
Because my wife had the reaction on Facebook.
We are live.
You've got kids. Max is good
That's the problem.
Max
How old
could-
the kids?
Youngest one is 13.
Max plays.
The youngest is 13.
We need Max and Darren here as well. That would have been a laugh as well. Max, youngest Malifaux player, going, has been playing Marcus and Ironsides pretty much non-stop since day one. And the first time I played him, love him to pieces. He declared 3 schemes and the strat,
Is that the,
and he still lost.
he was a kid at the Malifaux Child at the UK?
That's him.
That's him?
Yeah, that's Max.
Oh, shout out. Nice.
Yeah, he dressed up as a Malifaux child. It was cool.
It was convincing as well.
It was convincing.
He even had the goggles and
Yeah.
all that.
Luckily, he wasn't given actual knives though.
See, the father never committed there, did you?
I'm not my child.
No. That's Daz's. Yeah, no. So we're down to 28 minutes. We've had 2 results in. The game's still all in full flow. How's AJ doing?
The supply wagon's only just went over the halfway line.
Oh, he's gonna fucking lose, isn't he? He's gonna be salty all day.
I think it's one of these turn 2 or 3.
Not sure I'm unhappy with that.
No, I'm not.
I gotta go on with it. An hour and a half. That's plenty of wind-up time to be fair, isn't it?
It is.
We've got the whole day to wind him up.
No, but I want him to get on table 1 so I can really rip into him.
we could just rig it so he's on table 2 all the time, and we can play on that nasty board. Which it's not like it's nasty so much that it's really difficult to play on. But in actual fact, as a Dreamer crew board, it's freaking amazing with all the little toys and stuff and the stuffed toys. I played on that board. It is really difficult to play a game.
I like the way someone spelled out penis as well.
Have they?
Yeah, see this at the end there? I had that pointed out to me.
As the Malifaux community, we do have a sick sense of humour. But you know what? We all love it. It's all a good game. It's all a good day. But yeah, 2 results in. I wonder how Masters is doing.
I don't know. What do you reckon?
Who do you think's going to win?
Can you ever bet against Jamie?
Lord Jamie fucking Varney.
Can you ever bet against him? That's the thing.
I don't know. Like he knows everything about his cruise. He knows how it runs. But I don't know. He's still a top player. So's Matt. So's George. But one of them's going to be out in a minute.
I mean, I play. Whenever time I played him, he's told me my 4-digit bank account number. That's how much he knows.
Yeah.
Your bank account
Details. My pin. You know what I mean? You can tell me that.
He does. I played him once. I played him at Summer Showdown. I knew I was going to get raped. I just had to try and But by the end of the first activation, he was playing Molly with Kentaiori and all that, pushing and all that sort of thing. He was in my face, and by the end of Molly's activation, there was just models in the middle of my crew, and I just couldn't do anything.
I've beat him once at a tournament.
Was he sick, ill, and dying?
He was playing with. He wasn't playing with Resin.
He was playing Jackdaw.
He was playing Jackdaw.
Yeah, he had a free spat.
You can look at it every now and again.
Yeah.
You can put that red joker, and that's what happens.
Yeah, it just changes so much. We might taking that model by accident.
Yeah.
I mean, in that particular game, it was he was playing it brilliant, but I picked the right strat.
Yeah.
And I even said to him at the end of it, if there would have been anything else other than that crew, he would have scored that.
Yeah. And that's the key thing, isn't it?
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in this version 3,
Yeah.
I found out. Obviously, we're all listening to the podcast at the minute. So you declare your faction,
Yeah.
and then you declare your master.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you go from there.
Now, because of these factors, and then you look at your opponent's crew, and then you pick your schemes and strats. Do you find that this is the most balanced game
Yes.
ever made?
Yes. 100%. 100%.
I think it is because there's some masters that need certain models to count.
Well,
Otherwise, it's a whitewash.
Like,
And knowing that which master they're winning allows you to at least have a chance to stay in the game.
I think, for me, this is the most balanced game because, one, you don't need a lot of models, so there's not a lot of setup time. And you can take that into account in a normal game. So 40k, whatever, 2.5 hours, standard game. Yeah? We get tournament games done in 2 hours. And that's because you give out the strats at the start of the day, and you've picked a faction. You've already got, and then you know your opponent's faction. So it's like, your opponent's declaring Neverborn. You're probably going to need some willpower-based stuff. Just to try and resist all those things. If you're playing Gremlins, you're going to need, ideally you want some blast in there. So you build your crew around what your opponent's playing. So it's not like a dickhead thing of, I'm going to take all these amazing things and that'll be it. And I'll just win. In actual fact, you go, right, I need to pick, I've got this opponent, I've got these schemes to pick from. I need to try and show that I'm doing all these whilst controlling what they're going to do as well. And although we've only got sort of 30 schemes and like 10 main strategies that we can do, and there's a linked one, in actual fact, although there's games that can be slightly similar, the way that you approach them is completely different.
So there's no paper, scissors, rock in this game at all?
I think in the current M2E meta, there is a bit of rock, paper, scissors, because there's clearly tiered masters. Like, as we started talking about before we realised it was muted, there's Zip, there's Nelly, there's Lilith, there's Sandy, there's the Vince. There is some masters that are just that little bit better.
when we used to play fantasy though, when we went to the big GT in Warhammer, demons had just come out, and everyone played demons, and then some lad decided to build a high elf anti-demon army. It's just like you know the counter for the counter, and he won the tournament.
Yeah, but that's because in fantasy,
It's fixed.
what you went in with was the entire
It was
game.
horrible when.
But this is where you can go. That's fact. Like I know, like no offense, Emma's playing Sandy. You can kind of tailor to it if you want to. It's like try and get that control. Like I play Carl McConnell and Rich Matthews a lot, both in the Masters, and we're about even on spread for games, winning and losses. And it comes down to a lot too of our crew selection at the start of the game. And I lost out to Carl in the last tournament we went to, just because I took Colette. Like it was round 3. I wasn't fast. I would have liked to have done something, but I wasn't fast. He took Lilith. I knew I was done before the game had even started. And within half an hour, we'd already worked out the points. We're chilling out.
This is one of the things I've brought up with brother AJ is you are in charge of what faction you take, obviously, but you also pick your master and you also pick your strat. So if anything goes wrong, like the game's unbalanced, it's your fault.
Yeah.
And that's how you can just become better.
Like don't get me wrong, cards play a bit of into it, like dice do in any other games, but there's no
But
issues.
you're putting yourself in that situation.
Yeah, you are.
You know, when you used to say, okay, this beat stick, I couldn't do anything, this beat stick come up and killed me, you could have stayed away from it. You could have...
To a certain degree, the likes of Yasunori, where it doesn't seem to matter where it is on the board if it gets to.
See,
that you can't
but
really
Yasunori's super hit and miss. Yeah. Because you need to have the right cards to get the multiple triggers, and it doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, you can influence with recall training and that sort of thing, but he is very hit and miss. And for 13 points of hit and miss, for 13 points, I want a Nakima. Yeah, I want to if I had the choice, and it was like open faction, any models from any faction, and you had to pick either Yasunori or Nakima, fucking Nakima every time.
Yasunori only works because of all the pushing to get in this position.
And in the Sami as well, because of the whole one AP, take a damage, go for a push. So it can work.
Well, last time game I played against Yasunori, I left him one target to charge.
Yeah.
Turn 1. So you can come in and you can kill that, but you die in turn 2.
Yeah. 2 seconds. Motherfucker players, there is 20 minutes. Please do not start a new turn. Alright. I'm going to just put up so we can have a quick break for 5 minutes. So, let's just move that as well. Just going to music. Boom. Oh. So, first round of Masters is almost done. Wes has just come back and interesting. So we've had a couple of moments from downstairs.
I just had a chat with
Lord Varney.
Lord Jamie fucking Varney.
Yeah.
You playing this Spirit Molly crew, I think it was. He got hard counted by Jacob Lynch.
Oh.
All cast actions and.
Okay, I told him Josh plays Lynch. He's a fucking one-dimensional player.
But he said he enjoyed the game.
That's cool.
Denied 3 points.
7-5 loss. So it means we have got a new master, like outright. And I've already told Josh if he does win, that I beat him in the Nationals, so I'm technically a champion as well.
What is that the thing in boxing? You got to beat the man to be the man.
Yeah.
You have already.
I've already beaten him. I don't need to be the man.
You're now at the Tyson Fury of the Malifaux community.
Yeah.
Ross Geller or Tyson Fury, whichever you want to pick on the day.
I'm just going to go there. We've got George and Matt still fighting out as well.
That's what I want to. I don't
Yeah,
want to see.
right.
I don't want to see that as in it. I want to see that in the final.
Yeah, no. See, they haven't played each other for a while, so it's actually quite an interesting one because they haven't actually gone to town on each other. So, in respect to like playing each other for a long while,
What I'm saying is, I want to see the second ranked player in the country and the third ranked player
in the final.
I want to see them in the final.
Yeah, I do that. And that's because I'm flipping weird. You know.
I mean, last year Jamie had to beat
Play Lucas.
Matt. No, on the way there, he had to beat the third best,
Yeah.
the second best, and then get to Lucas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I think it's going to just be an interesting set of days. That does mean that 2 of the 3 flipping weirds are going to be out because one of them has to drop. Hello. 10-1. Okay.
What do you get the point for?
I do think, because we were talking about this, that because Arkansas Unicorn Slaughterers, we should deduct at least 10 points.
Well, we did say 7.
Okay, you'll hold that one for later. Emma, we were just saying, well done on a 10-1 victory, but because you've been slaughtering unicorns and they're endangered, then maybe you should be docked a few points? Like 10?
Reverse the scores.
Emma's face.
Hey, can
is
we
just
actually know? I want to see it. I want to see a photo.
Can we just see it?
Harold in the gun.
Can we just see it?
Cover for
Turn
unicorn.
around Emma's face.
I look very impressed right now.
Yeah, she looks amazingly impressed at that prospect.
To get her up to the top.
Yeah.
Score.
Right.
8 to Michael. Steve Johnson.
Yes. 8 to you, yes, Steve? And 3 to Michael. Okay, cool. Excellent. Thank you very much. Lunch will be soon.
Lost 6-3.
Of course you did. To Dave, yeah?
Yeah.
6-3. Luke keeping the standard there. Not breaking the meta for himself. Right, so game is over. We are going to just switch off the webcam, whack up the browser because we're going to then start seeing some of these results now just coming in. Actually, I'll just go to the browser view. It's going to be easier that way. There we go. So at the moment we've had waiting on Craig and Jamie. 10 minutes remaining, Malifaux players.
AJ's up 4-0 at the minute.
AJ's up 4-0 at the minute. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I know.
AJ's winning. Yeah. Zip.
Easy today then.
Oh, he's got a balanced crew if you look at it.
Yeah, Zip and all of Zip's shit.
Yeah. I can see 60 in Switzerland, yeah, it's all fun.
Yeah.
I know.
Let's have a laugh day. Oh, you want those two guilty yesterday, like the guilty that I had painted. Guess which case I found them in? The Rezzers.
Oh, really? You open it? I was like,
Yeah. So I've already done 10 minutes.
I was like, but Lucas was winning.
Yeah.
All out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so I painted 2 for playing Jack Daw for Nationals the year previous.
Right.
When Guilty went amazing. And I was like, I know that. And then what happened? I lent it to one of your teammates, didn't I? I lent Guilty. Yeah, I lent Guilty to Darren. And I obviously had my Rezzers case with me, didn't I?
Even when he's not here.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't have it. Alright, Kai. No, I said 10 minutes. You got like 4 minutes till. I've shouted last turn 10 minutes ago. Thanks for listening, Kai.
How long we got on the time?
9 minutes.
Is it start another turn? That's it now. Isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, I've already called last turn.
You called that.
I called last turn ages ago. Hello, Rich.
What's the symbol next to my name?
Twat face. That's right.
Is that because I dropped out?
No, it's just a tick. Yes.
No, not the kick. Next to the V.
Yeah, right. Huh?
Next to the V.
What do you do? That? It's just so I can put the score up or down, you twat.
Oh, I thought it was. Because I haven't.
Fuck off! Right, great.
4 to me, 7 to James.
Unflippables having a really strong opening. People had a big one.
He's quite gentle about it.
He moved you up and was general about it. I'm happy for
Give me a
you.
friendly reach around.
Wrong one, thank you.
Alright, dickhead. Still didn't make it to Masters Day 2, did you?
No, I was never going to, mate. Game 2, me and Carl were seeing who could lose.
Have you got cash or do you want to do PayPal? Yeah? PayPal me dot whatever. I think it's paypal.me/seagolf101 and then slash whatever you want to do and then I'll give you tickets. Seagolf101 // and then however much. How many do you want? Pan pot. Pan pot. Yeah. 10?
Christopher Golf, £10.
Yeah. There you go. You got it? Alright. Nine days ago. Whatever, I'm sure I'll come through in a minute. If not, I'll come break your legs later.
So, I just had to finish.
Okay. Yeah, cool, go for it. It's alright, no worries. We got money in.
You've got a score there, table 2.
So it's still 6 minutes?
I thought they finished last turn.
No, I called last turn, so they can't start a new turn. Oh, well, they have. Oh, alright.
They're already moving models around and discussing like what could have happened.
Oh, what could have been will be. Fuck off. AJ, score. Fucking broken zip shit. Carl, we can dock him 5 points if you want, mate. It's fine.
Yeah. We call it the zip tax. I think you might.
Oh, yeah. I think you might be right, actually. We've got a unicorn tax going as well, so we might as well have a zip tax.
Listen, the losing streak's over. That's the big losing streak.
I think food's there. Fuck off, we're getting food.